If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me. I don't care if I fail 9 times, 900 times, 9,000 times, 900,000 times. I'm going to keep standing up no matter the circumstance, no matter what, and I want you to have the exact same mindset as well. You're really not going to get anything if you don't have this mindset. Shift your mentality from a victim mentality to a learner's mentality. I don't care if I failed 900 times. I learned every single time. I'm turning my L's into lessons. I'm turning my double L's into W's. There is not one single famous successful person that has not gone through trials and tribulations that made them who they are today. I wanted to move to New York at 23 years old. Do you know how many jobs I applied for? Do you know how many things that I turned down just to apply to those jobs, just to move here? I applied for about 500 jobs within 2 years just to get no's for every single job. I didn't bat one single eye. I was 24, 25. I was at home every single day. This was before the pandemic and then during the pandemic. And guess where I'm sitting today? Manhattan, New York City, baby. I made it happen. I don't care if it took me 2 years. I don't care that I got 500 no's. Because you know what that helped me get? A freaking backbone. I will admit that I really didn't want to try for a little bit after that because I was like, God damn, like it's starting to really hurt. And you should always give yourself compassion 100%. Go away for however long you need, but jump back on that horse as quickly as possible. Mental health and happiness is your priority. It should be your priority. It is the most important thing. Without it, you can't do anything. You need to take care of yourself first. 100%. But I am not going to sit here and play the victim. I'm not going to sit here crying about how many things that I sacrificed only to get all no's. I eventually emailed the manager of the video department at dailymail.com New York, and he said, I can give you a freelancer position. And I couldn't even get that because of my visa. You have to be a full-timer. I was stating my case and I had to take my ego down and say I'm willing to interview even though I have been working at Daily Mail Australia for 2 years. I wanted it so much that I literally didn't care about any no's or how much it hurt with those 300 no's. I just kept on going. He gave me a full-time role. After a month of working at dailymail.com New York, I got promoted to senior video producer because of the 3 years of accumulated experience. Guess what happened after 6 months? I got promoted to deputy head of video. So going from being told no 300, 500 times, being told no to even freelance because of my visa, to literally being the damn near manager of the video department, sitting head to head with the head of video. I'm the deputy head of video. I wanted to be in New York so bad at 23. I was like, I'm wasting my youth. I'm wasting my 20s. But personally for me as a person, I would not have been able to handle New York and thrive in New York in the way that I am now. You know why? Because God was preparing me for New York at 23, 24, 25. At 25, I moved my ass over here. And it's been an incredible experience. Have I had insanely difficult challenges? Of course I have. And I would not have been able to thrive under the circumstances that I had, especially in the first year, if I didn't learn the things that I learned at 23 and 24. So I'm beyond grateful for the way that things worked out. So always zoom out from your own perspective and trust that what is happening right now, although it can be extremely difficult and challenging, it is actually for your benefit. It's your ego that wants to go on to the next level. God or the universe or your subconscious mind is telling you to be in limbo and you're feeling stuck right now. Or you're feeling like a failure, but it's all for a greater plan. There are so many things that I have failed at. There are so many things that I want to do that I have not achieved yet. There is one specific thing that is my purpose in life, the love of my life. I know that I have been wanting to do this since I was 12 years old. I have been doing this in high school, college, literally everything. And I still haven't had the balls to do this one thing. Am I going to give up? No. Because I'm going to fall down 9 times and I'm going to get up 10. And on the 10th time, I'm going to hit it so out of the ballpark that I'm going to surpass literally every single person. Not that it matters, not that we are competing with anyone. I've had this YouTube channel since 2007. Since 2007. Did I stutter? It's now 2023 and I have 30,000 subscribers. Am I crying every single night at the fact that there are people in 2022 that went up to 5 million subscribers? No. Because the way that I am going about it and the way that I want it to happen is perfectly designed for me. And I'm not giving up. In fact, I'm going even harder in the way that excites me. Because guess what? I'm learning how to speak to the camera even more because I'm constantly in the learner's mindset. I started when I was like 12 years old. I'm 27 or something like that. I don't even know the math. I was born in 1995. I started this channel in 2007. You do the math. But I am practicing and learning every single day. I've gone through overthinking and checking my stats every single day. I've gone through completely ignoring positive and negative comments because I didn't want to look at the negative comments. I went from completely being desensitized to both negative and positive comments to now having compassion to those negative comments and literally not caring about them and appreciating the positive ones and replying to every single person. I had moments where my ego went huge. After my viral video that hit 1.3 million views, how to lose 20 kilograms in 2020, I began not checking my DMs so much. That was the ego playing up a little bit. It was like, oh, I'm so important now, right? To going back and being like, no. Replying to every single person is the reason why I'm doing this. I want to help people through my own experiences. I count it as a blessing every single time someone comments under my video. I count it as a blessing every time someone DMs me, asking me questions, or saying that their video changed their life and has helped their lives for the better. You go through this specific tailored journey that you are experiencing on your own. It doesn't matter how Zendaya got it. It doesn't matter how Kylie Jenner got it. It doesn't matter how that person in your office got it. Nothing matters except for your own experience because we have specific personalities and stories and perspectives and ways that we were brought up. And we are learning through those experiences. At the same time, we have to know that we are deserving and we are worthy of what we want right now. There's nothing to attain. There's nothing to keep working harder and harder at. But it's just a natural process. We're just in the present moment, experiencing moment to moment to moment, being open to the fact that it can happen right now and accepting the fact that it might not happen in another 10 years. And we are savoring this present moment and we are loving ourselves and whatever life brings us. Because no matter what, we are winning. Do you know how many people have fallen off the face of the planet after having their huge W because they thought they were ready for it and then something happened? How many child stars, how many YouTubers have fallen off? And there are so many that are still going, that have reached a pinnacle and they are consistently, going more up and up and up. But again, it doesn't matter. We're not looking to the left and to the right. We have blinders on and we are working on ourselves. It doesn't matter if you're 25 years old and you've never had a boyfriend. You learned the specific things that you needed to learn, specifically tailored to you, that you wouldn't have learned with a boyfriend. Every L that we think is an L is actually to our benefit. It's a learning lesson. When I broke up with my boyfriend of 5 years, I was like, damn, I feel like I wasted my entire 20s. But then I realized every situation and circumstance that I've been through after that, through dating, through even friendships, through feeling dependent on someone, I was able to go back into that relationship in my mind and remember the lessons that I've learned and apply that to the present moment. And it has helped me immensely from not feeling so dependent on someone, whether it's emotionally, with a friend, or you're starting to develop feelings for someone, and again, you're putting the spotlight on them, which is what I definitely did in my relationship. It was very dependent, and I was very much like, I don't care about anything else but my relationship with him. That was my journey to go through. You're not the person that you were back then, and the person that you are now is because of that specific thing. And I don't think that I realized how much I actually use that on a very consistent basis to my benefit. It's like going to high school or university or going and taking an online course without paying for it. You literally did not pay for it. You got first-hand experience in that thing. How is that an L? Literally, how is that an L? And looking back, all the W's that I did get was because of my experience and the way that I thought of things. I was going to the gym since I was 19 years old. You would think that, oh, she would have a lot more gains by now. But no, because I was going through my own journey. I feel very self-conscious even going to the gym. I feel self-conscious being consistent. Then it was I feel self-conscious going to the bro section, the muscly, section where all of the buff men are and they're looking at you. And then feeling uncomfortable wearing cute clothes. And so I'd wear baggy clothes. And then it was what specific exercises that I needed to do to make me more motivated to keep going to the gym. I didn't like cable exercises that were really popular in 2018 when you were doing the cables and it made your, glutes grow. The Tammy Hembrow exercises. I hated those. And then I was learning after trying all of these different things that I like deadlifts, squatting. Squatting went away. I hate squatting now. Because it's a consistent process, and hip thrusts and big compound exercise. And so instead of being like, oh my God, I've been doing this since 19, what's wrong with me? It's taken me this long. I'm like, damn, I don't need a personal trainer that is on the surface telling me what I need to do. And all different personal trainers will tell you different things. That's why the weight loss industry is so popular and always will be, because it's different to every single person. And also people don't want to employ discipline because all it really is eating less. When I lost my 20 kilograms, a big chunk of that time, I didn't go to the gym. Because when I went to the gym, I would just want to eat more. So what's the point of that? But then if I did go to the gym, I started going to the gym a lot, but I wasn't seeing, weight loss, my weight loss goals come to fruition. I started going into a caloric deficit, and as soon as I started to do that, not only did the weight drop and I looked skinny as hell, the muscles started to show and I had muscle memory. So we are turning all of our L's into lessons, and not only that, you can't even fathom what that L brought you right now. Whether it was a lesson, whether it was literally a redirection. Every rejection is a redirection onto the better path. Because if you did get accepted to doing this huge role in your company, being the face of something, and you have to film it every single day. That's what happened to me. Another L, 2022. I was the face of Daily Mail TikTok. And then that went away. And then I was like, if I stayed there, I would have elicited more energy into that. I would have had to put makeup on every day, put in so much energy on top of the things that I'm doing outside of work and also working. It wasn't something that was meant for me. And I learned through that experience. I had so much fun, but it wasn't for me. A rejection is a redirection into something 100% better. Because God knows if I was doing that every single day, would I had enough energy to film YouTube? Or would I have had enough energy to realize that I want to start working on this very important thing that is happening in my life right now? You have no idea how things are going to work. As long as you have a generic idea that every L is a lesson, and no matter how many times you're going to put me down on the ground, I'm going to get up every single time. Yes, I am. And you should have the same mentality. You think that you're so smart listening to a podcast and being like, oh, I've listened to this one thing, now I don't care what people think of me. Okay, what's gonna happen when you hit your first 1 million views on TikTok and you have the most nastiest things that people have ever said? It drives people crazy. Like, you really don't know unless you go through it in your own experience. You might know it in theory, but what happens when you had a long day at the office and you don't have any energy, and then you come back, your only happiness is TikTok, and then you're reading at all these comments and they're all negative? What's gonna happen then? Don't just assume that, oh, I've healed, oh, I've learned this lesson, and that's it. There's levels to this shit. There's layers, like an onion. You can't expect to be like, okay, I'm done, I'm perfect now, I'm perfect. Because that's not how it works. Because even Oprah to this day is learning something new. Listen to her podcast, Super Soul Sundays. I absolutely love her podcast. I don't know if it's still happening, but 2020, I would listen to every single episode, right? And she's still learning something new to this day because it doesn't stop. It's a constant cycle. So watch what happens when I fail. Fucking watch. I love when I fail. I love being the underdog. It's fucking hilarious to me because when I have that huge ass W, people are dumbfounded. People are regretting literally everything. People are starting to have Vietnamese flashbacks to how they treated me in the past or what they said, shaking in their boots. No. I don't care if I fail because I know that every single time I do, it just levels me up even more. I don't know what to tell you. But it's true. And it just literally gives me more hunger to do whatever it is that I'm doing. Watch me get 50 views every single time I post a YouTube video. No, watch. Watch what's gonna happen. Watch what I'm gonna do. Watch my mentality. I don't care. I have my blinders on and I know exactly where I'm going. I don't care about the past. I don't care about the results. I'm focused on myself and what I can control in this situation and what I can do better and how I can be better. And that's all that I can do. My friends from Sydney visited me in New York, and just the other day we went to Dante. It was beautiful and such an amazing experience. And my friends were like, do you ever just look back on your past self because you have elevated and grown so much? Does it ever shock you as to how much you have leveled up? And I say no, because this is all intentional. None of this is happening by accident. I want you to recognize that every L is a lesson. Have that fire in your ass and in your soul to get up every single time something crazy happens and you think that it's a fail, or someone's laughing at you, or making a negative comment about you, or people that you know are talking about you. Irrelevant. It doesn't matter. But that thing is good if it happens because it just shapes you to a better person if you have the right mentality. Don't ever let any of this stuff get you down because all of it is happening for you. You are not a victim and you never will be.